and welcome to RCKicks. On today's show, another unboxing for you. Now, I've been waiting for this for quite a while and it already has come out in some countries. For some reason, it seems to have been a little bit quicker in America than Europe. So I've got it as fast as I possibly can. Now, the jury's still out on this one. I am not sure personally about this car. Now, I collect a lot of this family and I have nearly one of everything apart from one that I haven't added yet. So whether I keep it purely for that purposes and it goes on the core wall, whether I actually drive it and end up being surprised by how it drives, I don't know. Or whether I'll just build it on the show, get it going, give you a review on it, and then I'll probably pass it out the door. I honestly don't know. So I come to this one with an open mind. Now, it's the first four-wheel drive comical that they've done. So again, I don't know. That intrigues me, and also I like that idea. Now, I'm not a big fan of popping wheelies all the time, but that can be fixed by simply putting a weight at the front. So I also want to see what it's like and how capable it is. So let's open it up, and then we'll open the box and we'll see what you get for your money. So I really don't know. Look-wise, I don't mind it too much. I think it looks okay, and I'm glad it's obviously four-wheel drive. I don't know whether they'll put any more, you'll be able to get carbon parts for it or anything like that. I just don't think that's kind of where they're going with it. But I don't know. Putting the Avante name on random chassis, it's a risky move, and we've seen two already that basically don't stand up to the family, and that's the Aero, which I don't have, and then there's the one, the Avante Mk.ll, which I have right down there. Now, they are capable, well, the Avante Mk.ll is definitely a capable buggy, but it's not the highest engineering quality you can get. I think that's the problem. It's not about pure performance, it's about being the most highly engineered car. For me, that's how Avante kind of is in my head. So, bit disappointed with the Avante Mk.ll. Even though I haven't built it yet, I'm sure it will perform amazingly and it will outperform most of the standard Avantes, but that's kind of not the point. Then the Avante Aero, oh my god, the body's awful. And I need to buy one, but I'm not too keen on these weird bits that stick out. I'll put some pictures up if you haven't seen the Aero Avante. They're starting to get a little bit harder to get hold of now, so I might have to pick one up quickly before they finally disappear. Right, anyway, sorry, we digress. So yes, here we go, it's the paperwork that I need to keep. I got this one from Model Sport. I'm not endorsed by them at all, but they just have a good website, and it's just one of the websites I get to. Now, here we go. Cool, it's heavier than I thought. It's actually quite a heavy box. It's one of these longer design boxes that they worked with. Now, I think they did a fantastic job. Let's put it up on here. I think they did a fantastic job with the box. It looks really colourful. Shame it's not in like Tamiya's art style, but obviously that's a very expensive thing to do. They've done a tiny little one down here, but the main one is just a standard picture. Now, it's quite interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing the painted body, because I've never had one that's come painted but not cut out. So that'll be quite interesting. Yeah, so let's open it up and see what you get. What kind of hop-ups do you get? There's no, well, bearings. Oh no, there is one. Aluminium servo stays and bearings for it. That reminds me, I might have to make sure I've got bearings for it. I'm not sure. So it's got a lovely picture on the back of the chassis, which is the GF01CB chassis. Now, this is the first time that I've had one coming here. Also interested in the tyres, because they're very different. So let's open it up and take a look. So the first thing that greets you is the tyres and the body. I wasn't sure whether these would be super soft or like crawler tyres. They're quite unique looking tyres. I quite like them. That interested me quite a lot. I think they're sort of exactly, semi-soft onto wheel. Right, anyway, moving on, we digress. So you got four of those. Then we got the standard electronic speed controller from Tamiya. Now here's the body. So they've actually separated the body from the rest of the kit, well, obviously to protect it. Now, it's a funny one because it's been painted up but only sections, so it has been masked off. So let's have a look. I'm running out of room here already. Let's open it up and take a look. Let's get it out. Be interesting to see the quality of the paintwork because I've never had a car from Tamiya that's painted before. So they definitely mask off certain areas, and then they're black. I mean, the paint job looks pretty good, to be honest. It's metallic blue, and then I'm a bit concerned about scratching it when I cut it out, so I'll have to be careful about that. But yeah, I'm quite happy with the paint job. I mean, there is a lot of wasted paint on this. The body is a lot smaller, but I guess it's just to make life easier for people that are sort of starting out and they get one of these for the younger kids. What is nice is obviously that it's masked out this section. That saves you the hassle of doing it. Now I wonder if they'll sell these separately unpainted so that you can do some other colours. I would assume so, that you'll be able to just buy this unpainted. I think they actually got the body quite well on this. I think they did a good job of that. So I'm quite happy about that side. Right, let's move on. So then you get a divider, and then we'll take the divider out. Okay, so it's the first time I've had a comical driver. He's huge. He's really big. His head is massive. So yeah, that'd be interesting. Like the steering wheel, it's got like a Formula 1 steering wheel. So that's a new for me. Should be a little bit easier to paint. And I think, as far as I know, in the decals, you actually get different faces. So that gets rid of the whole trying to do eyes that are straight. Then we've got the wheels. They look pretty straightforward. They're in two pieces by the look of it. That's just one section of it. I didn't know that. So there should be a centre section. Oh, okay, there's a centre section at the front that goes in. Obviously, you don't need to paint them or anything. They come as is. Lights, spotlights. I can't even see. R part, which is the lights. The body parts come in as a, where's the tab? Z parts. Then what do we have here? We have some exhaust pipes and a bumper and a few mounting, and that's under part, oh god, I can't see, F, and I know P. That's the P tree. Then we got the uprights, the knuckles, servo stay, hexes, wheel hexes, and a few other little gearbox covers for the 4x4 drive propeller drive, and that's coming in under B tree. This is quite a large tree. What's this one? This all looks like the, what have we got in here? Body mounts, more lights. How many lights do you get on this car? Why am I getting, oh okay, so you can fit the extra light kit to the front, but that's only like 2 lights. Why am I getting so many lights? Body mounts, lights, and arms. Little tiny arms. And then a sort of side protection, and that's under tree, what is it? Tree L. Then we got the chassis rails. It looks like a little crawler. 2 massive, great big chassis rails. This is, what else is on here? That's pretty much it. Chassis rails and cross members, and then some uprights. I think that's the suspension uprights on the rear. They're all kind of funny shapes. This is tree F tree. Well, there's quite a lot in here. There's the bumper and the nose and a cross member of some sort, and that is on M. What have we got? Ah, the gears. Wow, some pretty large gear sets. Oh well, that'll be a bit different. There's no number on that one. Then you get the wheel trim sections that bolt in. Yeah, they're grey. They're not black. They're actually grey, I think. Under this light, they're grey. Yeah, and that's S. Then you've got the main chassis side. So obviously it's a clamshell design. It's a very weird, if you haven't had a comical before, it's a weird chassis. It's very short. but it's kind of all over the place. And that's coming in under, oh, I think there's a few in there, but D tree and I can't see what the other one is. D1, oh, D and D1 tree. Then you got your bag of bits and pieces. Now, obviously you don't get your bearings in this one. These are all plastic bearings. So I have to source some bearings, and it's got a standard can motor, nothing special there, but I don't think you want to go too crazy with it. One thing I did notice, it's got a massive ceramic grease tube in it. So I'm guessing it wants you to use lots of that. So that's different. And there's all your A, B, C, D and E bags. Aerial, then what else did you get? You get your instructions and the manual at the bottom. Nothing super special about that. And then finally, right at the bottom is the decals. And yes, look, you get eyes. You get eyes. So that saves you a lot of hassle if you're not into painting. And then you get your massive decal sheet. And they've also thrown in a couple of nice little fun ones. There's a little tiny comical decal down the bottom, just for fun. Again, doesn't look like too much work. Should be pretty straightforward. Only a few dead straight lines to cut out, and then a few extra little bits and pieces. So yeah, not so bad. Like the tyres, I must admit, do like the tyres. Very different one for me. So there you go. So really soon, I mean as soon as I can finish off the Monster Beetle painting, because Rebecca is whinging at me to finish painting her bodies for her because she's desperate to drive it and finish it off as well as fit the MIP diff. So that's in another video. If you haven't seen Rebecca's unboxing of her latest project, which is the Monster Herbie, I'll put a link up here. And then you can see an unboxing, and then there's another video which is building the chassis. So if you haven't seen that before, go check that out because it's pretty cool. And hopefully we will finish the painting, get the Herbie decals on it, and have that done really soon. So if I can get that finished in the next 48 hours, that video will be coming out very, very soon. And then I'm going to do this next, so stay tuned. If you're interested in seeing the build video for this, like and subscribe, hit the bell button, because otherwise you may not be told of these videos as they come out. Thanks very much, and I'll see you on the next one. Oh, don't forget, go over to Facebook, RCKicks Facebook page. We have a group page with over 1,100 members that are chatting away. It's all about all different RC cars from all different manufacturers. We've got the Kershos, the Schumachers, the Tamiyas, because we support all the manufacturers. We're not just interested in one, even though I kind of have quite a lot of Tamiya cars. That doesn't mean I'm not into the other cars as well. I've also just placed an order for 2 Kershaw cars that are coming. Don't tell the wife. So there you go. So it's not all just Tamiyas. Anyway, thanks so much. Bye-bye.